Hey gang, Sarah here. I'm here to kind of give you quick little context around last week, which was the third week of the year, and going into this week. So last week, hey gang, Sarah here. So I'm here to give you a little bit of context for the third week or last week, and how kind of the week went, and then what I'm moving into for the first week. So if you like this kind of thing, I'm all about like functional planning. I'm in operations, continuous improvement, and I really use all those tools to drive improving just everyday systems within my life, whether it be work or home or personal goals. So if you like that kind of thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. So week 3, last week, giving y'all just full transparency here, definitely low to motivation, like hands down. I'm not trying to say that it was the most productive week of my life or the most fulfilling week of my life. I don't know about productivity for the week of my life, but anyhow, I don't think that I got a lot accomplished. I definitely fell off like following all my systems, and overall just really like a low motivation week. What else? You'll see that in my daily tracking, there's a lot of red, which means that I was not like on top of my stuff. I did travel last week. It was a quick trip, but it was a late trip. So going into next week, I do have a long trip coming up. I'm traveling again, so back-to-back trips. I'm going to focus on staying on my systems. I don't think that I fell off like any of my systems because it wasn't available. I just think that it was like a really just like kind of low motivation. It was like not exciting stuff that I was working on last week. And then I'm going into a training this week. So that is a different type of traveling. To my Patreon or my patrons, hi everybody, how are you? Thank you for everything. Don't forget live streaming next week for tier 3. So on Patreon, let me know if you're going. And then I will say going into this week, I'm feeling a lot of pressure to get all the strategic, like all the like projects kind of mapped out and everything for the year, which is appropriate, but I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure on those. So we're going to get into planning for the week. I'll go into my analog planning, which is a Hobonichi, and I always build out my index and OneNote. So that's at the end. I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys. All right, so we're gonna get into it. I'm just kind of getting into my system, wiping off the schmudgies, and I'm kind of digging into setting up my week here. So if you guys didn't watch yesterday's video where I kind of mapped out my weekly planning process. So I just have that over to the left-hand side, and I'm just a little bit making sure I'm validating it, I guess, how I do my current weekly planning process. So anyway, I'm going through right now and I'm just checking off. I'm going through and I'm looking at the daily pages and I'm adding them into my kind of running to-do list or my to-do menu. And those are just like all the new things that I have. So the way I use those daily pages is that when something comes in or I'm on a call, I always have my planner open right there. So I just throw it in the inbox on the daily page. And so anyway, I'm just adding them to my running to-do list. And those aren't things that I get done right away. So basically, if I do it right away, it never really gets to this to-do menu, if you will. It's more of those things that I have to kind of set aside some time, figure it out, maybe think about it, figure out an agenda or a strategy or an approach or an assignment, something like that. So those are like a bigger thing. And then I'm just going through the running to-do list to just check off anything that I have completed. And again, like as I was saying in the introduction, just a super low motivation week. I was struggling the whole week. I think I was just doing what needs to get done each day. And then I had started to think about a couple things that I'm running into in my house that I know I want to get done, right? So you guys know that I was working on redoing my bedroom, and there's just some like odds and ends that I have to finish up that are kind of bugging me, like a grow light for a plant. And then I have like this bag of miscellaneous stuff that need homes or tossed. So anyway, those are some of the things that were non-work related that I added to my to-do list. Then kind of going through my, last week, and I'm checking off some of the things that I did or did not do, really. So I have this multicolor pen, and I love this multicolor pen purely because it gives me the red, green, black, and blue. And red, green, to me, that's what we use in lean and continuous improvement to give you a visual indicator if you like hit the goal or not. And as I'm going through my daily review, I'm actually logging into my phone on the side. But if you look at my daily pages, and we'll go into this in more depth, and I'm just going through, and I'm actually looking to see if I got to inbox 0, because I know Friday I did not close out the week with inbox 0. So I was looking at my email on my phone to see how, like, when was the last time I got to inbox 0, and I'm marking them off as red. So on the weekends I do blue because it's not applicable on the weekends. I don't look at my work email. But you'll see that the majority of it I did not get to inbox travel. And I know that that's one of the things I need to work on when I travel. And that's part of why I'm tracking the inbox 0. It's because when I travel, I can't let my email slip to the wayside. And I just tend to fall into that. So if I'm looking at my daily planning habit and kind of routine that I want to build. And I didn't do daily planning the 15th, 16th, and 17th. So I marked that as red. And I'm really just doing this because I assigned some like TTIs and KPIs for the year because I want to make sure I'm kind of holding myself accountable, if you will. And so I did not follow my daily planning. And I know when I stray from those routines, I'm not as effective as I need to be. And I don't think that I'm overscheduling myself either. I tend to get like, bleh. So I'm more just like, I need to just hold myself accountable. So overall for the week, as I'm kind of filling this out, I know I have a lot of red, and that's completely in line with just not being motivated. I was getting whatever needed to be done. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like slacking off or anything, but I wasn't like in any kind of flow or zone. All right, so, just not really in like a super motivated mood last week is really what the data is showing me. And I was just kind of breaking up the weeks with that gray marker just to kind of give me weekly buckets. And again, I'm really using this to drive like a visual indicator of like, did I, hit or miss, basically red, green. And that's just giving me kind of data showing me what I need to work on. Like if you look at water, I'm red every day this month. And I know I'm not drinking enough water, and I am getting migraines. So I think I talked about that last week. So this is kind of why I'm tracking these key things here. So anyway, I'm breaking up the my days here. And the reason why I'm doing this is really transition points. And so you can kind of create like a flow to your day. And so you have your work day, and then your after work, and then sleeping. So it's just like kind of getting ready for bed, and really looking to put my work schedule in there. And as I said in the intro, I'm traveling this week. I have a training. It's all day training. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and then so I have a travel day on Monday, and then Thursday, I'm kind of facilitating a Pew Matrix evaluation that we're working on for a project that I have. So doing that, and then I'm traveling again on Thursday. So I don't have like big expectations of tackling the to-do list this week. It's more about like learning and prioritizing this project that I have to do for this training that I'm doing. So anywho, I have a work dinner on Tuesday night, and so like nothing like super big going on. Friday right now, my calendar is empty for Friday. But again, I know this is terrible. I have not set up my cadence for the year yet with my team. So I know that I have to get that done. So I'm going to do that this week. So Carmen, if you're watching, I know you posed a question here, but it's going to be included in this daily planning. So I'm not leaving you hanging. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. But so I want to work on my daily planning, and that's going to look a lot like how I did my weekly planning. And then I want to finalize my goals. So like formally write them down. Because the end of January is coming up, and January is all about defining success for myself. And then work. I said this in the intro that I'm really feeling a lot of pressure to get these X matrices done, and like the strategy set and buttoned up, and it's like so many just loose ends all over the place right now, so I need to get those done, goals and objectives in, and I have some projects that are like needing to kind of kick off and everything. My health goal, because I'm all red on my daily goals, I'm like all about like focusing on drinking water. You're seeing me flip back and forth because there's some stuff that I want to do that I know I have to do on certain days. So like on Monday, I just did a little bit of future planning, is I know I need to use that like airport time and plane time to review this A3 that I've been working on, or that was transitioned over to me, so I need to get some time into that. And then I need to follow up to make sure something is on schedule to be done on Friday or delivered to me on Friday. So those are some things that in my mind is like kind of in the back, and it's stressing me out a little bit because I know it's part of like buttoning up the X matrix that we're talking about. So anyway, I'm really just spending the time, I'm putting it on my to-do list for those days, just so I don't have to remember it. It's already in my brain now, so why not just take advantage of it right now and future plan and make my future self happy. And then a couple other things with some trainings that I have to do for this training, so I have to use that airport time kind of wisely. And then I had some stuff on Friday that that is due, so I was just using that. I just put that in the future plan to make sure that I remembered to, if I don't get it by then, that I will follow up and make sure it's done. Now I'm just putting all my stuff away, and I'm moving over to my OneNote. And so my OneNote. All right, so I'm just going to set up my index for the week. I'm copying and pasting the week previous here. So see, it's highlighted this little table, and I'm going to just Control C. Control C, and enter, paste, and then week 4, and the dates would be the 20th through the 26th. So 20. And to be honest, I'm still using my old notebook only because I have not had a chance to film the setup for this. So I'm a little bit behind there, but I'm catching up. All right, so projects, let's see, projects would be back. So I'm actually going to need this for here. And then Thursday, I'm in a training next week. So I don't actually have a lot of meetings happening as of right now. But I'm in this training for the week. So I know that I'm going to need this, the notebook that I have associated with this project that I'm doing. So I'm just linking them here. So week 4, this is really my OneNote setup. And again, I'm just using these to have my meeting prep already done. And then within each of these different links, check out my other OneNote videos, but it shows like how I use the different notebooks and how I'm already like prepped for my meetings basically. So this is really my OneNote setup for the week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, gang.